Good morning. Good evening. I'm Surbhi, and sir, I wanted to inform everyone that the recent plane crash that happened in Ahmedabad, I had undecoded hints of it via four priests back in Himachal who operate on tantric practices, and they had done witchcraft on me, and one of them has super consciousness that basically can close their eyes and go to many dimensions and tell and can see future predictions. So this is done through extreme meditational practices. Witchcraft is involved in it because I have been bewitched by them, and the kind of abuse they do on me is basically a lot of insurgence of astral tools on my private parts to force me to marry a man and against my queer identity. So this was the reason for them to conduct black magic on me. The abuse is on since 10 years, and over the course of this decade, I've had um, two major I've been exposed to two major revelations from their end. One was the Sindoor project, which I started getting the clues of, I think, back in 23. Yes, I had, no, not in 23, 24, around Holi. There are four brothers who do witchcraft. Yeah, they run a temple. They are four priests, but they are from the Sikh background. They are not proper Sikhs also. They are Kutsars. They don't wear the turban. And I've over this decade, I've always discovered them extremely desperate to be Hindu, but their practices, I think, are so gory and so dark and so unethical that every time I have to contemplate on them, the only thing that I basically get down to be making be attaining peace over is them being spiritually disaligned and disoriented to be Hindu as per the Hindu principles or scriptures that might be. And they're very misogynistic, they're very sexist, and they're extremely toxic in terms of gender biased reality. Henceforth, they're not. Henceforth, whatever they project themselves as in the name of Hindu principles, they're very off the Hindu tangents. Now, if you were to expect me, my learning or understanding of Hindu psychology or Hindu mythology, then for that matter, I only understand gender neutrality, and I only understand in free will and free spirited existence, completely off violence from to anyone for that matter. But these men, they beyond the point started doing things with me. So, and until now, I'm fighting to get them be arrested. But in the meanwhile, they haven't been able to stop themselves from, I would say, leaking all the information that they were habitual of, filling my head with. They would they tried giving me a lot of schizophrenic symptoms where they would keep talking to my ears all the time, and it all started with two men talking, then it suddenly changed into 3 to 4 men talking, and then I realized it was those four brothers that would be a part of this particular soundscape that my head is filled with. And I would be instilled with a lot of astral tools, and would be given a lot of pain if I would not react to the sounds or the voices in my head, and I would not be reactive to them only because one, I would be super busy with my work, and second, um, I would not be able to make any kind of sense to what's going on or what these talks even mean. So the two major breakthroughs that I understood out of these voices were, one, the Sindoor project, that these people had a sense of it, and they could have been useful by the army in decoding, maybe deeper sense of the Sindoor project that happened. And the other was this plane crash in Hyderabad. Now, Sindoor project was an anti-terrorist act from India on Pakistan. I don't know what they hold in terms of, philosophy. I would say altruistic philosophy. To talk about spirituality and omniscience, because they project themselves as Sanatanis, but they're not Sanatanis after what they've done to me. And no matter how sickening it might be, someone's existence might be, I'm super clean on those terms. There are a lot of ways to attain resolution over any kind of stress. So that's one. But oh, it's on. All right, I thought it stopped my low battery. So anyway, so yeah, that's one. But they went on to be extremely gory with me, against which at first I've filed the FIR, and they've been slapped with 344 IPC section 344 for wrongful confinement for over 10 years. So Himachal Police is taking care of it. But beyond all of this Ahmedabad crash, I had a sense of it almost a week before it was to happen. And how it all happened was that I have a couple of friends back in Gujarat, and I was just randomly thinking about them. They're basically my professionals, they're from the professional circle, and I was just thinking of, getting in touch with them over a particular project. And there's a little temple in my balcony, this small little temple that we have in the houses. So right in my room where I sit, there's a balcony, and in the balcony we put the temple. And my mom was sitting over there, and she was meditating. And I was just thinking of a friend, of ringing up home. I was just thinking of these, 4-5 friends of mine, ringing them up or probably getting in touch for work and everything. And suddenly, in I think I was lost over some kind of thought over what kind of, pitch shall I prepare for them and discuss budgets and stuff. And, what kind of weather there shall be, because I think it was very stormy in Noida. I'm in Noida. Stay in Noida. So that day it was very stormy, and I was just thinking what kind of weather shall there be in Ahmedabad. And over this thought, within a minute, I saw one of the priests who's super conscious, who pretends to be super conscious in spiritual and intellectual dimensions. And I saw him sitting right opposite my mother. It was basically a hallucinative vision. And I saw him sitting right opposite my mother and crying and putting up a diya. And that time I couldn't make any sense. I thought it's just a vision. I've had a lot of visions in my life since these men have arrived. So that vision just happened, and it just it just went off. I couldn't make much sense of it. But then later, 1 week later, the crash happened, and I realized that since I know the kind of projection of spiritual dimensions that he has in the name of future predictions that he cannot control, or I don't know why he can't control, or why he doesn't expose himself to the army to have a control over it, or any kind of accidents, if at all they can be prevented and stuff. So that I realized that these guys, have that superpower, or can project themselves on those superpower to decode in time such accidents. And I'm sure there must be plenty of people on this planet who can do this, who can predict future, and who can, prevent such incidents. But these men, but now that I know that I'm trying to put these men behind the bars because they've done parapsychological sexual abuse on me, and they've been doing it since 10 years, and they've gone beyond the limits. And apart from them, my psychic abilities have exposed me to so much of anger through the Hindu deities that I've, always been conditioned to, seek my answers through. I feel that before whatever confinement they basically get, uh, you know, uh, they get obligated to. I think they need to be questioned by someone from the army who understands how to, uh, how to basically have the intelligence out of someone who doesn't want to expose anything. And if I don't know, Ahmedabad tragedy was a political pull or it was just a technical glitch, I am no one to say on it. Neither do I take any kind of accountability until and unless I read something and maybe I can make sense of things. But if at all, I saw it coming before a week, and I know which person would have seen it months before, let's say, could have predicted the dates also, then I think I know, then I think this particular person has to be, questioned over, what more is there and what more is there for the country, or, wherever the country remains most vulnerable at, and things can be prevented and be taken care of. I am not at all trying to be a hero at the moment. I just felt a little, since the times are such, I felt a little, overwhelmed, and I felt I should share this. I'll share another video with you where I've explained my own abuse, and you'll understand, how this is connected to that, and what they've done to me in that particular account shall make you understand of how, whatever I'm saying about their superpowers or about how they've been, doing future predictions and being hiding over those predictions. I don't know, out of fear or out of, no words or speechlessness. I have no idea. But you'll understand that, it does make sense somewhere to have them be questioned. And yes, of course, learn their intention to disturb me over this decade, and especially because I've heard a lot of priests, other priests as well, telling my stars are very strong and all of those. I've never required to believe in astronomy that way, where how Indian mindset basically perceives it. But if I was to be only scientific about it, then I think today I would have been somewhere else, and I would have been, I don't know, maybe I would have somehow, if at all I was woke enough, would have used my psychic abilities to prevent whatnot. So if yeah, so the mail, so I'll be sharing the house address and contact details of those people, and also the complaints that the police filed with me on them, and couple more details about how they operate, and what all they operate in, and everything that possible. And just look forward to you to take precautionary measures over it. So thank you.